Hey, what's up guys? In this video, we're talking the best beginner landscape photography camera that you can buy. It's not gonna break the budget. In fact, it's under $1,000. Hey guys, this is the Landscape Photography University channel. My name's David Johnson, and on this channel, we help you take photos that actually excite you. So if you're into that, improving your photography, go ahead and subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell for more videos just like this that are gonna help you improve your photos. In case you didn't know, cameras are really expensive, and I'm not one to want to pay a lot of money for cameras, especially when I'm starting out as a beginner landscape photographer. I want a camera that's gonna help me do everything that I want it to, and also limit the amount of gear that I have to buy. Because if you think about tripods, filters, you're quickly going over $2,000 with just those two items if you wanna go all out on them. Cameras are expensive too, and I wanna keep you under $1,000 on your budget with this camera, and I wanna eliminate the need for a tripod and filters as well. So what camera am I actually talking about here? So this is the OM System OM5, and it's a compact little micro four thirds camera, but I don't want you to be fooled by its size or the size of its sensor, because a lot of people want, full frame cameras when they get into landscape photography, but it's just not needed anymore with the sensor technology that we have, even down to a micro four thirds size. And here's what I mean by that. Obviously, we talked about the price. This is under $1,000. It's $999 right now at the time of filming this video. And it's a interchangeable lens camera, so you have all the lens lineups in OM Systems. Now, I'm not sponsored by OM System. I just love this camera. But if you want a link to an OM System camera, the OM5, that's gonna help the channel out on a kickback with an affiliate commission, you can definitely check that out in the video description below. This camera, though it's cheap, it has a micro four thirds sensor that has a lot of capabilities to it in the actual computing system in the camera. And let me explain those and why you actually don't need a tripod, you don't need a filter system with this camera either. If you're photographing a scene like you have behind me here, where you really want to smooth out the surface of the water, you would usually need a tripod and filters to be able to do that. However, with this camera, you actually have a high res feature, and you also have ND features that allow you to not need ND filters for your camera, that are basically like sunglasses for the lens that smooth out the surface of the water. And the high res feature basically takes this micro four thirds sensor and it enhances that, so you're getting high res photos out of this little camera, which is really important. Now, I've tested this with water photography, waterfalls, and more to get a lot of that smoothing on the surface of the water, and you don't even need a tripod. You can handhold this camera and be able to do that, which is pretty amazing when you think about the technology and the amount of gear you won't have to buy as a beginner when you get the OM5, which is why I think it's the best beginner landscape photography camera on a budget that's cheap, under $1,000. Let me tell you a little bit more about this camera too and what it can actually do. So I've been out here photographing birds with this camera, and it's actually shooting at a pretty high frame rate, just over 30 frames per second. It's pretty quick for a camera of this size, and something that you would need to have the versatility of a beginner landscape photographer, because you want to try different things out. You don't know if you want to photograph wildlife, waterfalls, grand landscapes. This camera can basically do it all for you with the technology that it has built into it. Just over 30 frames per second is an extremely high frame rate for you to have with a camera like this. Now, even though frame rate, resolution, and all those things are really important for photography, composition is king for photography, and you have to know how to organize your photo to make it look good. So if you've ever been confused by composition, I want to invite you to join Landscape Photography University. We have a very special offer just for YouTube viewers that's in the video description and in the pinned comment. Normally this membership is $300 per year, but down below it's just $129, and what you get out of that are 14 courses, plus you get weekly live photo critiques with me. So definitely check that out. Again, that's a membership for Landscape Photography University in the description and in the pinned comment. Now, another reason I love this camera for beginners in landscape photography is because of the weather sealing. Now, I did a full review on this camera with photo examples you can look that up. I'll post it at the very end of this video so you guys can check that out next. But this has an IP53 weather sealing on this camera. I've sprayed it down with water, I've buried it in snow and ice, and it works flawlessly every single time I turn it on. I have tried to break this camera so many times and it just keeps going. Now, I have a 4-year-old, so you know the destruction at my house, and this camera has survived many a fall and also every single weather condition you can imagine, taking it out, shooting landscapes with it, and putting it to the test as an ultimate professional landscape photographer. If you want a full review of this camera, the OM System OM5, check out this video right here that's going to show you all the features firsthand and why it's the best fit for you.